Raila Amolo Odinga has concluded his tour of the larger Mount Kenya region. And I want to ask you a simple question. In your own observation, do you think the trip was a success or was it a failure? Just type success or a failure. But one thing which shocked everybody, especially William Ruto's allies, is the number of crowd which Raila Amolo Odinga attracted. And already online, Kenyans are already making fun of his allies. Now, let me just go through this particular image which is circulating online. William Ruto making a phone call to Rigathi Gachagua. So anauliza, kwani Karatina kumeendaje? Then the guy responds, boss, unajua tulilipa watu 10 wakakuwa overwhelmed. Then Ruto anajibu, ungeleta wengi, si ungetumia tu pesa zako ni kurefund. Mkubwa, hatukujua inawezekana. So that tells you that that particular trip was a huge success for Raila Amolo Odinga. So in this video today, I want us to try and figure out why William Ruto and his allies and brigades from the larger Mount Kenya region should actually be worried after this particular trip by Raila Amolo Odinga. And one thing I know for sure is that the deputy president is a shrewd politician, and probably he will be in the same place, maybe in the next 2 or 3 days, probably next weekend, William Ruto will be in the same places where Raila Amolo Odinga was. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, what we do on this channel is simple. We analyze politics in a way you can't get any other place. So the best thing you can do is just to click that subscribe button. And to the subscribers, please, I want you to support this particular video. So just give it thumbs up. For those who can drop their comments, please drop your comment. And for those who can share it, please, I'll really appreciate if you shared it. Now let us get to the main topic. Raila Odinga has concluded his 3-day tour of the larger Mount Kenya region. And today he actually embarked on a road trip from Nanyuki all the way to Nairobi. And along the way, Raila Odinga was addressing roadside meetings. And most of those roadside meetings were actually very successful. And these are some of the 5 things which should worry William Samoei Ruto after this particular trip. Number 1, the crowd which Raila Odinga attracted. You know, there's always been this notion that Raila Odinga is hated in the larger Mount Kenya region. That Raila Odinga cannot receive votes from the larger Mount Kenya region. That Raila Odinga cannot attract a huge crowd from the larger Mount Kenya region. But from the images, from the videos which are coming there, Raila Odinga was received so well. In fact, if you ask me, there's always this discussion about the crowd, whether the crowd is organic or artificial. Organic crowd means people who are either just there or people who went just to see. And then artificial crowd is a crowd of transported people. So you have a rally in Karatina, you have a rally at Kenol. What you do, you transport people, you mobilize people to come out of their villages, come out of their homes to go and attend the rally, to create the perception. William Ruto has always been accused of engaging in artificial crowd to change the perception. You know, politics is a game of perception. So if you go to a place, the crowd is huge, they support you, then, you know, it can change the minds of people who are not very close there. So Raila Odinga's crowd, in my view, is organic. And that is the worst thing which should worry the DP. Because Raila Odinga doesn't have network on the ground. Proper network. He doesn't have members of parliament. He doesn't have MCAs from that region supporting him. For William Ruto, he has almost all members of parliament supporting him. He has almost all MCAs supporting him. Majority of aspirants from the region supports him. So whenever he goes to a place, then the crowd are there. And these guys can always be used to mobilize crowd. In fact, someone was telling me that what the DP is doing, and this should also worry the ODM brigades, is that he has a network of people at the grassroots. So whenever he has an event, he only tells them, like per ward level, he only tells you wewe kuja na watu waine. So if you are 400 people and each one of you is told to come with 4 people, that's already 4 times 100, that's already 400 people. So it's normally very easy for him to mobilize. So the mere fact that Raila Odinga attracted this kind of crowd, and the fact that this crowd were actually willing to listen to him, some of them were actually willing and cheering him, should worry the DP. In the past, what would have happened is that Raila Odinga would have gone to this place. A few guys would have been bought wheelbarrows and been told to heckle. Remember, even the roadside trip today was not planned by Raila Odinga. They just woke up in the morning that he's going to move from Nanyuki all the way to Nairobi via road. So that should worry the DP and this thing. The kind of crowd which attracted Raila Odinga. I mean, which received Raila Odinga. Number 2, the second thing, and I've seen this online, is the kind of investment the DP has put in the larger Mount Kenya region. Will Raila Odinga manage to wipe it off in 1 week? Because there are people, I'm reading comments online. You see, the DP has really invested in the larger Mount Kenya region for good years, campaigning every single week. There's not a single week which has passed in this country without the DP either hosting people from the larger Mount Kenya region and in Karen, or the DP himself going to the region. Not a single week since the handshake. He has invested heavily. In fact, before the DP went to Meru, he was in the DP was in Bungoma. Then from Bungoma, he went to which place? The truth is, at some point, if the DP has 5 events, 3 of them are in the larger Mount Kenya region. And now someone comes 3 days and is receiving this kind of reception, and the ground is now demanding for more. That's something which should actually be worrying to the DP. And I think they are taking note. So the question is, will Raila Odinga manage to sustain the momentum? Will he manage to use this opportunity to challenge the DP? Will he be able to persuade the residents or the people of the larger Mount Kenya region to support him, despite the fact that the DP has been there for 4 good years? So the mere fact that the DP has been in the larger Mount Kenya region for 4 good years, Raila Odinga coming in 3 days, and the reception is that, is worrying the deputy president. Number 4, what will really happen? Number 3, sorry, what will really happen when Uhuru Kenyatta hits the ground? Because so far, what we are seeing is the fact that Uhuru Kenyatta is just sending signals that I'm going to support Raila Odinga, that I'm not going to support the DP. And the notion outside there is that Uhuru Kenyatta is unpopular in the larger Mount Kenya region. But again, that's just perception. In real life, these people supported President Uhuru Kenyatta 3 times. And even key allies of the deputy president are always confessing that if President Uhuru Kenyatta were to reach out to them, then they are willing to dump even the DP. So the question is, what will happen to William Ruto and his brigades should President Uhuru Kenyatta decide to hit the ground running for Raila Odinga? That's something which should really be disturbing the DP, because so far, Raila Odinga has been trying to climb the mountain individually. And despite that, he has also received resistance from some of close allies of the president. Like, for example, in the last time he was in GITHURAI, it is alleged those who frustrated that event were actually allies of President Uhuru Kenyatta. Anytime that Raila tries to make these steps, these guys are always coming up with the Mudavadi kind of project, Fred Matiang'i kind of project. What will really happen the moment President Uhuru Kenyatta will now direct these people that the person we are going to support in 2022 is Raila Odinga? That's a question which should be worrying the DP. Number 4, and this is what I'm gathering from the event, is actually the public endorsement of Raila Odinga. The truth of the matter is that there's a point in the history of this country, just in the last few months, when there was this talk that Raila Odinga is not sellable in the larger Mount Kenya region. That selling Raila Odinga in the larger Mount Kenya region is like selling pork in a mosque. And it gained currency, right? And Uhuru Kenyatta responded in a meeting which was closed door, but the details were leaked, that selling Ruto in the larger Mount Kenya region was the most difficult job, but he did it. And therefore, selling Raila Odinga is not going to be as difficult. Is it possible that the mere fact that these guys are now endorsing Raila Odinga, like I've seen Kanini Kega coming out publicly, I've heard the governor for Laikipia coming out publicly, that for him, they are going to endorse, they're going to support Raila Odinga for the president, the Raila Odinga Tosha. I've heard the governor for Nakuru endorsing Raila Odinga. What's really happening? So that public endorsement is what Raila Odinga has been waiting for. And the fact that now leaders have started, what will really happen to the deputy president and his allies the day President Uhuru Kenyatta himself will decide to endorse Raila Odinga? Remember, I was explaining to you that these Azimio la Umoja trips are supposed to culminate into a major event. That major event will take place at Uhuru Park. That's the honest truth. And Raila Odinga will be endorsed. So this is just a warm-up. But what will really happen the moment Raila Odinga will be endorsed for the presidency? Number 5, these trips, especially the today's trip, especially this past 3 days trip, is also debunking the myth that Raila Odinga is unwanted in the larger Mount Kenya region. There's a video. Let me just show you that video. This video where people are really demanding for Raila Odinga to speak, and you can tell that Kanini Kega is so excited, trying to take the microphone Ape Baba. Watch. So the truth is that the notion that Raila Odinga is not sellable in the larger Mount Kenya region is being debunked. So today you can go to the larger Mount Kenya region and you can sell Raila Odinga. And if it continues like this, it should worry the DP, because Raila Odinga only needs how many percentage from the larger Mount Kenya region? Not 100%. Raila Odinga doesn't need 70%. Raila Odinga only needs 30% from the larger Mount Kenya region. And lastly is the momentum. The momentum. Can Raila Odinga sustain this momentum? And if he's going to sustain this momentum, then that should be another problem for Team Tanga Tanga. Because what it means is that Team Tanga Tanga will now try to focus more on the larger Mount Kenya region. While they will be doing that, Raila Odinga will be moving to other places, because Raila Odinga's strategy is very clear. Azimio la Umoja, going from point A, point B, point C, and the ultimate point is point A, where a huge rally is going to be organized at Uhuru Park, and Raila Odinga is going to be endorsed for the presidency. But can Raila Odinga sustain the momentum in the larger Mount Kenya region? If he's going to sustain that momentum, then the better for him. Take for example today, he had how many governors? Nyoro, Nderitu, Liki Nyanjui, Francis Kimemia. So those governors are likely to be joined by other members of parliament, by other aspirants. And that's the momentum I'm talking about. Can Raila Odinga sustain it? If he's going to sustain that momentum moving forward, then he can easily get the 40% or he can easily get the 30%. And if he can do that, then William Ruto will have trouble. I don't know what you think, but that's my analysis of today's events. And for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button. And by the way, I wanted to do another analysis of what Eden Duale said over the weekend, plus the response from Moses Kuria. And I've just seen Moses Kuria also is in hospital. I just want to take this opportunity to wish him quick recovery. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day. Bye-bye. By the way, you can also tell me or let me know anything you'd want me to analyze. And there's a gentleman I spoke to, is called Prince. Please just hold on. Yesterday and the other day I was so busy, so I could not really perform the assignment you told me, but I'm going to do it. So just relax a bit, okay? Thank you, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.